What are the 7 habits of highly effective people? That's right. Do you know the 7 habits? A lot of people have read the book, but sometimes they have a tendency to forget what the habits actually what they are. They haven't embodied them or internalized them. So one of my book recommendations, and this will be a two-parter. So this will be part one. I have another part, so look out for that video. So 31 days of sharing. We are almost done. Today is the 30th day of the month for December, and we have one more day left in this year. So this segment I want to share for Wisdom Wednesday, one of the habits that I use a lot. And let me first go over the 7 habits. So if you don't know the 7 habits, if you've never read the book is written by Dr. Stephen Covey. The book's been around for probably 40 years now. And the 7 habits are: number one, be proactive. Habit number two is begin with the end in mind. Habit number three, put first things first. Habit number four is to think win-win. Habit number five is to seek first to understand, then to be understood. Habit number six is synergize. And habit number seven is sharpen the saw. Okay? So if you didn't catch all that, I'll go through it one more time. So be proactive. Begin with the end in mind. Put first things first. Think win-win. Seek first to understand, then to be understood. Synergize and sharpen the saw. So habit number two, begin with the end in mind, I think is extremely important as we wrap up this year and prepare for a new year. The new year is always the time when people like to set goals or resolutions or plan out for what they're going to do, where they want to be. So it's always important to begin with the end in mind. Any strategy, any plan, you'd want to know where you're going first before you actually map it out. It reminds me of a movie, Alice in Wonderland, where Alice was walking through a path and she got to a split in the road, like a Y, and there was a cat in the tree, and she was asking the cat, well, what direction should she go? And the cat said, well, where do you want to go? And she said, well, it didn't really matter. So he told her, catch this, he said, any road will take you there. If you don't know where you want to go, then any road will take you there. So it's important to know where your destination is going to be. That's really important. So you always want to begin every process in your life, every process in your business, in your relationships, with your family. Everything is always about beginning with the end in mind. Where do you see yourself in a week from now? Where do you see yourself in a month from now? Where do you see yourself in a year from now? Where do you see yourself, or where do you want to be 5 years or 10 years from now? Always begin with the end in mind. Like, work everything backwards. When they write movies, they write plays, that usually the author, the creator, knows where the characters are going to end up, and then they work the story backwards. So it's like their characters are always going somewhere, but they know where they're taking them in the case of the movie, right? So I believe not only beginning with the end in mind is important, but I also stress to folks, especially my coaching clients, when it comes to developing business strategy for developing their sales or their revenue in their business. Not only do you want to know where you want to end up, you also want to know where you are. If you're planning a trip and you want to take a vacation, and it's so funny that when it comes to planning stuff, people spend more time in their life planning their vacations than they do like their business or their career or what they want for their families. We spend a lot of time focusing on where we want to go on our vacations, more so than where we want to go in our lives. And when you think about planning your trip, your vacation, you do know your destination. You know where you want to end up, but you also have to know where you are. So we have to take inventory, take stock of where are we in our relationships? Where are we in our lives, our business lives? Where are we in our personal lives? Where are you? Because where you are will determine how you get to where you want to go. If you don't know what airport you're starting from, it's not going to be a good idea to buy the tickets. You might know you want to end up in Orlando, but if you are buying a ticket that starts in Philadelphia, it's not going to help you if you live in New York City. So you have to know where you are as well as where you want to go. Those are two important things you want to know before you begin any process or any journey. And the other thing is you want to enjoy the journey, enjoy the process. So that's really 3 things that I hope you are getting from this. Begin with the end in mind. Know where you want to end up. Number two, know where you're starting. Where's your starting point? What do you have with you right now? Take an inventory of what's going on in your current situation, in your business life, your personal life, with your relationships, with your family, and how does that relate to where do you want to be in the future? And then third, enjoy the journey and enjoy the process. We will spend more time on the journey. We will spend more time in the process than we will at the destination. And sometimes we wait to celebrate. There was a song that I heard growing up. Believe it was Walter Hawkins, not Walter Hawkins. Well, it was the Hawkins family. It might have been Edwin. Yeah, it's probably Walter. It was Walter Hawkins. That's right. It was Walter Hawkins and the Love Crusade Choir out there in Los Angeles. They used to have a song that said, "Don't wait till the battle is over, shout now. Don't wait till the battle is over, shout now." So enjoy the journey and enjoy the process. We don't have to wait to celebrate till we get to the destination. You can celebrate on your way to where you're going. You can celebrate the progress. You can celebrate the steps that you're actually taking. You can celebrate how far you have come or how far you have gone from where you started. You can celebrate along the way to keep you encouraged and to keep you moving forward. So until next time, my friends, you know what to do with the videos. Comment, let me know your thoughts. Share the video out, like the video, spread the word with your friends. Another segment at 31 Days of Sharing with Jerry Franklin Poe. And until next time, be valiant, be vigilant, and be victorious.